Hello students, welcome back, and this is the video of class 9th biology, and today we will start the chapter 1 of biology, that is cell, the fundamental unit of life. So as you know, all the living organism in this world is made up of cell. So how can you prove that cell is the fundamental unit of life? So we will see in this video. All living organisms are made up of microscopic units called the cell, and cell is the fundamental unit of life. But how will you prove that cell is the fundamental unit of life? So if you see any organism, like you can see here, this is a horse and this is a plant. So if you will look into the organism, you will find that any organism is made up of organ system, and that organ system is made up of organ, and this organ is made up of tissues, and ultimately the tissues are made up of cells. So cells are the basic unit that group together and make the tissues, then tissues make the organ, and organ, more than one organ make the organ system, and all of the organ systems make the complete organism. Like you can see in the case of plants also, this plant is made up of organ system, this organ system of made up of organ, and the organ of the plant is made up of tissues, and the tissues are ultimately made up of cells. So you can say the cells are the basic smallest living entity that make the any organism. So the cell is called as the fundamental unit of life. In all living organisms, cell perform the essential function of life processes. Whatever the life processes which are very essential for the existence of life, that life processes are done by the cells. Therefore the cells are the smallest unit of the basic organization of the body. Now we will know about discovery of the cell. So who discovered the cell for the first time, who gave the evidence that cell is the basic unit of any organism? So it was Robert Hooke. The English scientist named as Robert Hooke observed the cell in the slice of cork under his self-developed microscope in 1665. So he observed the cell in the cork. So what is cork? Cork. So here you can see this is the picture of Robert Hooke, and this is his own self-made microscope, and this is what he saw under the microscope in the slice of cork in 1665. So what is cork? Cork is a substance which is obtained from the bark of a tree. Now you can see this tree, this is a tree, and this bark of the tree, oak tree, this is the oak tree, and the bark of the oak tree is called the cork. And the thin piece of slice of cork the Robert Hooke observed under his self-made microscope, and he saw many tiny box-like structure in cork resembled to honeycomb. What did he see? He see the tiny box-like compartments, like you can see in this picture. And this is the cork tissue, and you can see the small cells, dead cells are there, and he saw there's so many numerous box like tiny compartments, and he draw the diagram. This is the drawing made by the Hooke after observing the cell in the cork tissue, and he called these compartment cells. However, cork cells observed by him were actually dead cells. As you know, the bark of any tree is made up of dead cells. So he saw the dead cell for the first time in the cork. Now he published his discovery in his book named Micrographia in the year 1665. Whatever he saw in his own self-made microscope, he published his discovery in the book called as Micrographia, in which year? In the year of 1665. 1665. Now, after that, in 1674, a Dutch scientist, Antony van Leeuwenhoek, observed free living cells in pond water under his improved simple light microscope for the first time. So, the Robert Hooke, he discovered the dead cell actually, but who discovered the living cell, free living cell for the first time? So, the scientist whose name is Antony van Leeuwenhoek, and he was a Dutch scientist, and he observed for the first time the free living cell in the pond water under his improved simple light microscope. He also made his own microscope, and he saw different kind of items under his own self-made microscope, and in the pond water for the first time he saw the free living cell in 1664. Like you can see here, this is the picture of Antony van Leeuwenhoek, and this is his self-made microscope. He was also the first one to observe bacteria, protozoan and red blood. Under this self-made microscope, he also observed the bacteria, protozoan and red blood cells for the first time in the world. Like you can see here, microscopic observation by Anton van Leeuwenhoek. He draw the diagram of white blood cell, red blood cell, yeast cell, bacterial cell and sperm cell. Now, after that, Robert Brown, a Scottish botanist, discovered the nucleus in the cell in 1831. Okay, in 1831, the Robert Brown, he was a Scottish botanist, and he discovered the nucleus. As you know, each cell has a control system, and that is called nucleus, which is very important organelle. So Robert Brown discovered the nucleus in the cell for the first time in 1831. Now, J.E. Purkinje in 1839 coined the term protoplasm for the fluid substance present inside the cell. So the living substance, fluid substance present inside the cell is called protoplasm, and this term was coined by the scientist J.E. Purkinje in 1839. So this is all for this video. I hope this is clear for you all, and in the next video we'll talk about some more topic of the chapter 1, and till then, do good, be good. Thank you.